think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our love tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like a movie, my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, coming close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quality, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
Hello. How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good. Hey, I hope everybody is doing good. Hey there, gamer girl. First. Hey, Brainwasher and Chihuahua Mom. Good to see you. I know you're busy working. Glad that you're out there and tuning in to me. Hope you're having a good. I don't know about you where you're at there, Chihuahua Mom, but we're like soaking wet, man. It has been like pouring down. I know you're out there close to me, and it is pouring down rain. So uh, sometimes our signal's good, sometimes it's not. So bear with me. But was bored, and I think a rabbit just ended, so I thought I would jump on and say, hey. So it has been awful. I saw what's going down there in Kannapolis and Concord. They're really flooded on your way into the Charlotte metro area there. Be careful, folks. Brainwasher says, recovering from an 8-hour marathon. You gypsy, I slept. I fell out, man. I heard it happening. It was in my ear till my phone died. And then I woke up and my phone was dead and they were all still going. I said, holy cow. It's like a Jerry Lewis marathon. Was anybody getting pennies? Anybody? Was anybody getting a reward from it? I don't know. Like, that was crazy. Yeah. I did hear my name come up there in Constance's, which is the purpose of why I went live. So I guess I'm late. You know, probably what 10 hours behind everybody else. But she made a comment that if I hadn't taken some jabs, that he wouldn't have come after me so hard. How about you show me where he got off my neck? From the minute I left and said, here's my wrench, show me alive, he was not on my neck. And I asked Chaotic and my close friends. I even did not go live for 2 weeks. And what happened? And every time that I wanted to, and I would post alive, and then I would withdraw it and say, "No, I'm going to take the high road." And he stayed on, or I guess should say my stomach. So that is a untruth, a legend, a myth, a non-truth. He never got off my neck or belly, you should say. So yeah, I took it and took it and took it and took it until I did the right thing for me and said, "Nah, I'm gonna take up for myself. He's a jerk. Look, everybody stand back and look. He's a jerk." So I called the jerk a jerk, and he continued to show himself to be a jerk, and that's all on him, not me. Moving right along, let's see here. We got some people in the house saying hello. A tornado warning. Holy cow. Um, that's serious stuff, man. So prayers out to everybody that's got to be on the road. Serious stuff, and there's some washed out areas bad between Concord and Charlotte, or actually all the way up from Kannapolis down to Charlotte. It's pretty bad. So prayers out there to those who have to be driving and in it. So I had to set that record straight for myself. Yeah, my little freedom video went up after he kept on and on and on and on. So how are them apples? They're called Macintosh, straight from North Kakalaki. They make awesome applesauce. So as everybody knows, I'm not a chump. If anything, I'm a bitch. Not crazy bitch. Well, I guess you could say crazy bitch. I'll take that. I'll take that bony fide. So yeah, I don't keep taking it. Ask all my exes. Don't just ask one. Go ask all of them. I don't take any shit. So I took it and I took it and I took it, and then I said, no, I'm gonna take it for myself. So yeah. I don't know what kind of LARPing crap y'all had going on over there that went awry, but that's all on you. Sorry that we did not comply. Hey, Sarah, let me drop you a linky dink and we will talk about your garden. Because it sounds like she's got sun in summer days, and here we are in the rain. So let's hear this, and maybe she'll show us some good day sunshine. Yeah, I would like to see some good day sunshine through you there, Sarah. Share the sun. She changed her name again. Is it I'm not MAGA? Just just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Oh, my garden is a swamp. Oh yeah, man. My my tomato plants are like, no more water, please. Yeah, no kidding. All right, there's the link. All right. All right. So I would love to see some of her Zen garden that she has made for her son and I believe her sister. Tribute to her sister is now ATM. Stop it. For real. Y'all crack me up. Is that for real or are you pulling a leg? So crazy. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. All right, so you threw me off. Now I can't think. Quick, what's my nickname, Brainwasher? That's an inside joke between me and Brainwasher there. Quick, what's my nickname? Should I go change my picture first? Why? Why do you want to do that? Oh, you want to be on the inside. That's up to you. You want to go on ahead. Yeah, I'll wait for you. We'll be right here. We ain't going nowhere. We will wait for you. We'll just hang out with our bikes while you eat your bologna sandwich inside in the air conditioning. We'll just sit here on the steps and wait. Hey, Fuzzy B, good to see you. Good to see you. I hadn't seen you in a bit. Good to see you. Yeah. Why do you always get it wrong? Folly. Fuzzy B, Fuzzy B. Yeah, y'all look good in your pink hoodie. What's the backstory? See, I slept some, so I don't think I know about. I heard Nicolina talking about it, but I didn't. I don't remember what the 411 was on that. Yeah, so y'all tell me about the submarine thing. What's going on with that? I saw Miss Daisy, the crime critters lady, go live talking about it, and I saw Justin talking about it. Y'all bring me up to date on that because, like, I've like made pancakes and stuff this morning. I think I'm behind on what's going on out there. What's up with this submarine? And I saw that someone was saying how the person that had it built didn't want any experts per se um, designing it. What the heck? I normally catch the replays because I'm too late for the lives. By the time I get on, I understand. Let's see. Debris field found the sub. Wow. Did they? Yes, they sure did. It imploded into the Titanic. Wow. This is crazy stuff. Yeah, that is cute. Looks like a great big eyeball on the end of a bee. That's very cool. Yeah. So, anything I would think associated with the Titanic, I would probably check the box. No, I'm not going to go do that. You know, kind of cursed already, isn't it? 5 were on board. Wow, prayers. It's awful. So, if probably by now you've heard the story of the guy who um, was tackled in his front yard. I think he was sitting on a stoop where he unalived his 3 boys. Tell me after you've heard the neighbors and family. I'm hearing different conflicting. I've been, I've read that he had planned this, and then I read that he was cool as a cucumber, and this was out of the blue. Do y'all think that this was some sort of revenge thing? Because it's being said that she was looking into divorce papers. 5 on board. The poor 19-year-old went to. It's sad. It's like, it's awful. There you go, Sarah. It's very cute. There she is. Yay. Here she is.
I'm trying to figure out how to get my dang picture back.
The one and only Styles. There
Where's
you
my
go.
picture?
Do you do
All
that
right.
or do
I
I
don't.
do that?
No, I don't know. I did it before, and I just don't know why it disappeared. But I think I have to go to StreamYard, like on my end, maybe sometime,
Oh,
because I
okay.
don't think there's no option here. I would have put my picture back up. It just disappeared when I logged into someone else's once. But you were just talking about that story with the guy who, you know, did what he did to his
Right.
three
The 3
kids.
boys. Right.
Yeah, I watched the a clip on that the other day. I was doing I think I was planting actually. Yeah, I was doing some landscaping and that came on Daisy's channel actually and she was playing clips so I put the phone down and was kind of half watching listening while I was doing yard work. That was like horrific, okay? She had good clips though, I will say. That was the most horrific
Wow.
thing I've seen in a while.
Well, I watched some of the profiler from the interview room, and he was
Oh,
saying that he thought it was vengeful. It was, like
oh
something
yeah.
he had. Yeah, you
He
agree
said he
with that?
planned it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, he actually said that he planned it. So there was rumors from neighbors and such that like I said, rumors that he didn't agree with some of the behaviors of the children and the punishment, but I think it was meant towards her more. And the horror, the one girl that got away that was running for her life, screaming. Some people helped her out. It was actually his stepdaughter, from what I heard, and she's gonna be messed up for life, I would say. She was running for her life, screaming for help, running to the fire department, I think. And some people on the road, I think, helped her in their car. They saw her, or some neighbors,
Do you
to
think
help
that
her
he
call the.
spared her because she wasn't his?
I wondered that, and he also knew that she went there. He knew that she was going there. Like, that admission came out, so that part was weird. So I don't know if she was screaming it, or if he. That part's kind of weird. I guess we'll hear more of the story, or maybe somebody else in the chat knows. But the mom, it looks like she might have tried to block him, and she got shot in the hand. Yeah, but there were actually 7 shots fired, I think. So the numbers don't match the children, unless two of the children, unless maybe some of the children either. Well, here are the options: they got more than one shot, or he fired at those that were running, such as the one boy that got away temporarily that he hunted down,
Mm,
or he
hmm
may have also shot at the girl and she just dodged it. So I guess we'll have, when he goes to court, we'll find out more.
yeah.
But 7 shots were fired, I believe.
You got to show us your little garden there. You got your camera where you can show us a little sunshine.
Actually, I'm not done. I have to finish the mulching and everything. There's only, I mean, I can show you. It ain't done. I can show you a little clip. I've showed some of it before, but I have multiple. Oh, it's starting to mist. What the heck is this? I legit. Hold on a second. I think it's raining. Yes.
He
There.
peeked in so people know I got
No,
a
it has started
man.
raining. What did you
Yeah.
say?
Do it, Ken. Do
What's he
it.
gonna do? They
It's what
just
we
released
call.
the call. Oh, really? What's he gonna do?
Do you want, do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, yeah.
he's gonna he's gonna pull his hander. Do you see what he's doing?
Oh,
Whenever Tina's
wait, come
off,
closer. Do a little bit. Do a little bit more.
he needs to be smoking a cigarette.
I see you creeping around the corner.
Yeah.
I didn't at first.
Oh, she's pretty. I understand. I'd watch her too. She's pretty. I get it.
That looks like a horror movie.
So funny. Anyway, he saw me flirting with Brainwasher, so he's pulling up. He's like lurking
He's
behind
checking up
me.
on you. That was some serious lurking. I didn't even see him. Or I thought he was
Oh.
going to dress up in a costume, like a predator hunt costume. I thought that's what you meant at first. I was like, I don't know where you're going with him being like him.
Oh my gosh. Do you see my hand coming out at this globe that Chaotic bought me? It is a mold for me to make globe soap. And then
Oh,
I
yeah,
found this
yeah.
hand and I was like, "Oh, this is the perfect display."
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's real
so you have,
fingers
yes,
move and
hands.
everything. Look at that. The fingers move and it's creepy
I
as
actually
shit.
can't see it. Where's the hand? Hold it up.
Oh,
Do you,
okay.
I'm enlarging the screen. Oh, okay, perfect. Like the can. All right.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the
That's
fingers move. See, it's really
yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that mold comes out.
Yeah, and the
You could make a candle too for your card, like tarot
this
cards and stuff
is
table.
what some of that. Can
Yeah.
you see it? Are they upside
Yeah, that's
down?
the
Yeah,
one. That's the
yeah.
one I have actually.
So I'm
Yep,
excited about
that's the
that. She
mold.
put some dried flowers in there for the glycerin.
Perfect. Yeah,
I'm
perfect.
so excited. Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's fun, definitely.
yeah. So show us what you're working on.
Well, actually, I was gonna start painting some something for chaotic before you like texted me about the live because I was listening to the marathon. So see, all right, I stayed up way past my bedtime. First it started approaching 1, and I'm like, this is really past my bedtime because I try to do 12 as my cutoff now. And I have been for a while. 12 o'clock's the limit. Once in a while, I'll go over, till 1. And then it's almost 2 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, hell no. So I went to bed, got up, and Traders is talking, and it said she was on for 7 hours. I'm like, what in the hell happened? You guys been up all night? Is this a marathon? So I was trying to catch up on that. I was listening to that, and I was gonna paint some of those that tombstone mold that you're holding. I made some
Awesome.
tombstones. Actually, I have the same one for
Awesome.
chaotic, and I was gonna do some painting so I can get some of the stuff out to her because I keep
Play with
delaying it.
your cord a little bit. It's crackling.
Is that better?
No.
Oh, you know what? It might be because I'm moving around. Hold on a second. Let me go to the back.
Okay, it sounds like it's not a good connect. You were perfect there at first. Yeah, staticky is what Gamer Girl says.
Does that sound better
Much better.
or
You
not
did
better?
it.
You know what?
Perfect.
Everything was
Perfect.
unchecked in the back for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, let me know if that ever happens. All right. All right. I'm gonna sit down then for a second.
All nighters are
Anyway,
very rare, so are cats.
I don't know if you heard me. I was catching up on the marathon before you asked me to come on with you.
Yeah,
The all-nighter. You know.
yeah. Yeah, I was setting the record straight about why I took my digs, and that was after, how many, time he never let off the fat jokes and going
Mhm.
on and on and on about it. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I took a 2-week hiatus, and every time I started to like go live, I would retract and rethink and say, no, I'm, taking Ernie's advice and just letting the fool, look like a fool.
Mhm.
And then it just like, give me a break, people. At some point, I'm going to defend myself. I'm not a dish rag. You know what I mean? Plus, I got to, tell you a
Yes.
thing or two about a thing or two. So, I mean,
Right. So you were
but
actually mentioned.
he never
Yes.
let off my stomach. Ha 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 ha! Ha, get it? He never let off my neck. He never
Your
let off my
nuts. Get off my
stomach.
nutsack.
Right.
Get off my nutsack, bruh.
So, as far as I'm
Well.
concerned, I was defending myself. So,
Mhm. Right. Well,
enough was
I
enough
was
was
just
enough.
listening. Yeah, I mean, you can only take so much. So I was listening to a section of Constance on the marathon that I still have a few hours left. And one of the examples it sounded like on her channel that she was saying that you were, which from some people's perspective they seen you taking digs and whatever and all that. Okay, that was brought up in the
He
live. I don't know if
never
you finished
shut
it.
up about my weight. I know, right?
So they were saying no, you were taking digs about like I'm free and posting some of your stuff and everything. Okay, but
Because he
that's
never shut up about my weight.
yeah.
So, tit
Well,
tat. Just like in
that's
every
fine.
game, coach, offend, defend.
hmm Right,
You
and
know what
everyone
I
has their own way of
mean?
handling things, but if that's the
Yeah.
example, then I would
I
like to
tried
use
to hide.
myself.
I tried hiding first, and that didn't work. He didn't shut up. So, and all the LARPing acting, give me a friggin' break, people. What are we out to avenge? I mean, give me a break. There was
Is
just
my
some
crackle gone?
Gargamel, Sarah. There was just
Is
some
my crackle gone
Gargamel.
now? Gargamel?
Yeah,
Did you say
you're
Garg?
crackle.
I
When
am
I said the
crackling?
word avenge. No, not anymore. You sound great.
Well, if that was one of the examples, that Constance was talking about, I would like to use myself as an example. I tried to, stay quiet. Like anything I say is going to be met with more content. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to just let it go. It is what it is. But at the same
Yeah,
time, if
it is
I've
what
not
it
said
is.
anything, I've not taken any digs, I've not said anything horrible about anyone. So why am I being brought up in multiple over,
Yeah, that's a
nights? And
perfect
why am I being,
example.
why are
Thank
digs being made at
you.
me when I'm not
There you
saying anything?
go.
Okay, because I still
Yeah.
haven't. I've still said nothing horrible about people. And another thing, I have a lot of so-called friends over there, like I see them in chats and stuff, and I notice now nobody will talk to me. Are they afraid to be seen, or do they just not? Are they judging me because I'm not in the same group as them? Because I wouldn't do that to them. So I still like the same people if you're listening, and that's really offensive if you don't want to talk to me just because I'm not in the same group as you. And that's a good example of why to leave. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I
Yeah,
still have no hard feelings
you're
about
right. You
many
just
people
made a
there.
perfect.
I still like
Of a,
you, and I don't know why I'm being judged for not just. And I still haven't. I'm not saying horrible things about those people. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Thank
you,
you, Gypsy.
you, yeah, you're the perfect example. Yeah, I was spray painting the school after I got expelled. You were just
Ha.
with me.
Well, I may have done some naughty things in school too. Go back to
I'm,
that,
I'm,
but I know
I'm
I know
like
I know
trying.
the reference, but I know
No,
what
but you.
reference you're making. I know you're making a reference, but still, you made me think about something I did.
Um.
I may have smoked in school. Thank you, Appa. I have yet to say anything bad, and I've been brought up multiple times, but I don't listen to it. I just hear things that people tell me because I'm not going to, what I mean? I can't change people's mind, but I also have a right to defend myself if I've wanted to. I just haven't felt like I wanted to be
You
content
know,
because
this
it's
is
pointless.
where y'all have to give Tina
I,
props for a minute because even Jamie, and I know how much he feels discontent. She has always said, Ernie, you're not doing right. She's like gotten on to him before, like, you need to act right. I've never heard Constance say, "Now come on, Jimbo, that was, come on now." I'm
mhm,
like, even as tight a close a brotherhood type relationship that Tina has with Ernie, I have heard her reprimand him and say, "No, no, that's not right. Act right and keep him
mhm.
in line." And she isn't as, starstruck
Oh, there's my
as
Fuzzy Bee.
it's like, that's not being healthy for that person.
Yeah, they do have a special bond, I would say, from my observations, kind of like sister brother. I know some people have accused
Right.
them of, of her having other relations with them, but I see it from my perspective only, and that's just my perspective that they had a brother sister type relationship, and like a big sister would get on her little brother when he's doing something wrong.
She did. She would publicly too, but you won't hear that out of Connie, man. I mean, he walks on water, man. I mean, I'm wanting to know, what kind of shoes does he wear? Do we need to go buy some platform tennis
Patriotic.
shoes? Is that going to take the place of sandals?
Yeah, it's just I had a lot of thinking about a lot of the things I was hearing and the references, and when you're brought up and stuff in your situation, but and it made me, should I say something? Should I not? Is there any point?
I can't help but laugh at it because all I can
What?
think about is don't tell him where we're going to hide the safe, guys. Okay? He's going to tell. Just kidding. Don't give him the combination lock numbers. Don't. Oh my! Could you imagine what he's like at Christmas time? No, I told you, don't tell where we're getting the kids. Let me just show you right here where I recorded what she got you.
Oh, I said, hey, Fuzzy B. I kind of said it kind of quietly. I saw your message. Thank you earlier,
Sorry,
if that's what you
sir.
meant.
You said fuzzy bee,
Um.
but I have to laugh at it because it's just so
So yeah,
retarded. Hey,
I still
chaotic.
have some marathon left to watch. I still got a little bit left. I'll listen to when I'm cleaning.
Here's a link if anybody wants to come up and say a thing or two about a thing or two or not.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah. Anyone else got a perspective from the marathon? What you
So
got? What
that's
you
the
need?
title of my show is not exactly because that's not exactly how it went. So I had to just, put my 10 cents out there and so
And I'm trying to make clear, just so you see anyone listening,
I
if they
have to
are,
say
you
that
see.
Kells Bells cracks me up
Oh,
When
she's a little
she
feisty.
is so funny when she was saying, "We got traders down there shaking her milkshake for you. Come on,
I
Constance."
know.
She had me so cracking up, man. She's
Can you?
hilarious.
She said, "Can you use the
Hey,
picture with the blonde
chaotic.
hair? I don't got
Okay.
brown hair. Use the blonde hair picture." Yeah,
She's
she's funny.
blonde.
Hey, Kat.
Hi.
How are you today?
Well, I couldn't sleep last
How was?
night, so
Did
I've
you
been
watch the
napping off and
marathon?
on all day. I caught bits and pieces of it, and it was funny because I had dozed off for like 10 minutes, and then I woke up and I couldn't get comfortable again. So I was like, well, let me see if I can find something. And Traders was live. And every time I would doze off and wake back up, Traders was still live.
I
So I
died when
just
I
caught
woke up.
bits and pieces of it.
That's so funny. She was determined to ride it out with her. She was determined. She was like, as long as she's live, I'm going to be live. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So did she
Oh,
last
I
longer?
didn't catch that. Yes. Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Oh
I
my.
still have a few hours left to listen to. I don't know if you were here in the beginning of this.
No, I
We're
wasn't. I just woke up
talking a little
again.
bit about it. Yeah.
That
Oh,
was a
hello,
good
Never
time.
Silent.
Yes, Nicolina was telling her, don't do any more panels because it's pointless. It's like spinning wheel. You're not getting anywhere. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, no, I'm not going to go up on her panel, but I will stay live. As long as she's live, I'm going to be live.
I didn't catch that part. That's funny.
Go back and listen, and you can see she's saying in chat, don't go back up on her panel. It's pointless. You're like wasting your spit.
Well, it sounds like some people are putting together. It sounds like we'll be seeing some sort of slideshow or program this weekend that could change potentially maybe some people's minds about certain things. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what info they have,
Oh, I'll
but they
miss
sound
it
pretty
because,
confident. No, there's something good coming, I think. I
but
just
I'll
don't know
miss
what.
it because I have, a real life and I'll be at a convention. I
Oh
won't be
Oh,
living
no.
in
for the whole
YouTube.
week. Well,
Yeah, it
you'll be
starts
going back
tomorrow
probably
night.
to see it. Okay.
Starts tomorrow night and then all day. And I think I don't remember if the after party is Friday or if it's Saturday, but one of the nights there's an after party after, and then um, a
Oh,
good
there
part of
is.
Sunday as well. So
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know.
Make sure you do some clips from there.
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
At
do?
least
try.
some shorts.
You
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna go to the after party at all?
I don't know. I'm just kind of going with it right now because it's
Yeah.
one of those situations. I don't know how busy it's gonna be. I don't know how tired I'm gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna re-trigger any
Oh, yeah.
sciatic
I
pain standing
understand.
in lines for certain
That's
autographs or
true.
anything. So
Yeah, standing in lines is the worst. Lines. Yep.
yeah, so it's gonna
Not
be kind
moving.
of iffy. I'm gonna try since tomorrow night is the shorter night. I don't know if this is a good decision, but I'm gonna try and get as many of the autographs out of the way tomorrow night so that I can try and do more of the like panels where I can sit down and listen to them talk and stuff Saturday, and then just try and do all my shopping Sunday. But I don't know if
Hmm.
that's a good idea to stand in lines the first day or not.
Wow. So standing makes it worse.
Because you
Yes.
are constantly putting pressure
Yeah.
in like one position. So I don't know. So I'm just kind of
Hmm.
playing it out. However it falls, I guess. I do know that there's two panels tomorrow night that I kind of want to catch, but I feel like they're also going to be panels a lot of people are going to want to watch. So I'm kind of split. Like, should I just skip those two panels and try and get autographs out of the way because more people will be at those panels? Or, yeah, I don't know.
I would
Yeah.
say go with the flow too a little bit, or consider going with the flow because your mind might change once you get there. So you can
Yeah,
think you have it planned this way, and you might be subject to change everything you thought you planned. But
yeah. And
This is for
being
you,
somebody that
chaotic.
plans,
I was going to try
what
and
you
go
got?
live, but I know it's probably going to be way too busy to do that. So, depending on how I feel and how late I end up there, I may do a live this weekend. but I'm definitely going to try and take some pictures and like short videos and then piece something together, hopefully. But um, the only part that I remember fully, though, from the marathon, to get back to that, there's a lot of assumptions being made.
Yeah.
And I think people need to quit assuming things because they're making complete asses of themselves.
Well, I'll tell
That's
you what, that has nothing to do with what you're saying. I stepped in a dog shit and just realized it, so I'm throwing my shoe out in the driveway.
Mm.
Mother of God. Okay, continue.
Is this a
um
metaphor or you really did?
No, I really did, but it seemed like it was
I'm
appropriate to
sorry,
mention. It seemed appropriate to
sweetheart.
mention with everything that's going on. Plus, I
well,
thought you might laugh.
yeah, and in a
I'm
way, that's
sorry.
exactly what people are
Bash
doing with
shoes.
their assumptions. They're stepping in dog shit.
Right. That's why I thought it was good
Yeah.
to mention, you know? I thought it was a good feeling.
I feel like
Carry on.
I stepped in dog shit but slid into some daisies because I've really been enjoying visiting different channels that are just, I mean, completely
Thank you.
different from one another, and getting to
Yeah.
be around other artists that are inspirational, and I'm not hearing all of the rah, rage metal in my ear anymore per se, and
Hmm.
I'm like more into easy listening these days.
Well, and I guess here's my problem with it all. No one really knows why any single person walked away fully. So there's
Right,
those assumptions that make people look stupid when they talk about it.
right, because I had a lot of reasons.
No one knows why anyone is in a specific chat. So again, it's
Hmm.
assumptions
Right.
on, do we actually like that person? Do we support that person? Are we just trying to get, answers to questions? Are we just bored and wanted
Multitude of
background noise?
reasons.
Again, no one knows, so stop making assumptions because again, you're probably going to make yourself look like a fool if anybody ever chooses to say why they're anywhere. I put it out yesterday and I think the day before that in a chat, and I think once last week. Just because I'm seen somewhere doesn't necessarily mean I support said person. I've
Right.
also said a few different times that I've been petty and I've went in certain chats just to prove the fact that they are watching and reporting back. So how is it any different if I'm in a
Hmm.
chat from you watching to report? It's the same thing.
Right. And
Right.
you've told me that you've done that, yeah.
So, if you don't know the actual story, you haven't talked to the person or
Part of
whatever,
it.
don't speak on it because you're making yourself look like an ass to the people that do actually know. And some of us do actually have conversations off of YouTube. Like
Yeah.
we don't all have to go on YouTube and air out our feelings or grievances or disagreements. Some of us are actual adults that have communication in real life.
I want to answer this oppositional effect, and I'm gonna be honest with you. My husband and I chuckle. A year ago, we were terrified of, or we, yeah, I guess I should say he and I, because we were newbies to YouTube. We were terrified of the LARPing. We were terrified of the psyops. We were terrified of the trolls. We were
Yeah.
terrified of that because we didn't put them in a human sort of light, I guess. We saw them as just sort of like a cancer in what we were enjoying, and we didn't really see that there was a chuckle to it, and it I always go back to this. Life is perspective. Everything is your perception and how you see things, and stepping back and getting perspective and seeing things um differently. Hell no. I mean, we partake in the trolling now, where we used to, be terrified of it. Now we get it. This is where I get to
Yeah.
use my one liners and I get to be a smart ass all day. I get it.
You do have good timing sometimes. Yeah, and if you sit if you're gonna, make assumptions. Do research is what I always say. So try watching quietly. Try to watch both. Try to keep an open mind. I guess you could say. I watched a little bit quietly, from both sides, so I could get better perspective rather than just guessing. You know what I mean? I wanted to know what's everybody about, And I always had friends or YouTube friends, as you say, in other chats and stuff, and I didn't judge them for being in what chat they're in. You know what I mean? I always, for instance, I'll use Kel's Bells as an example. I always continued to say hi to her and everything. When I'd see her, she'd say hi to me. This is just one example that I'm thinking of because she didn't do anything to me. You know what I mean? I know that she had the issue on the panel at the stand, but yeah, I did feel bad that night because I wasn't gonna just blow it off and follow the pack, I guess you could say, because she did nothing to me. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be fake. That would
Exactly.
be I don't want to be fake and following. So I know that maybe that was one reason. Is that why that would be cause for trust issues for people to follow me around to report what chats I'm in? Because I always went in Team Rose's chat. There's another chat. You know what I mean? Like, what chat did I do that was so offensive? I don't know. I go to PGs. I mean, I don't know what I just continue to do what I do, If I like someone, I like someone. I'm not just gonna, follow the group, I guess you could say, and everything.
I agree with that too. Oppositional. This us versus them
Right.
mentality is so cultish. There's
Yeah.
lots of sides.
Well,
And then
And
and then
every
there's
and every
none.
person two stories. Like for instance, just like or you and I leaving, and I still like people over there, but you have to wonder, do they just are they going with the flow and just gonna believe? I don't know what even was said, or did they like us still? Do they not? Do some, you know what I mean? Or are they even gonna bother to say, hey, what happened? Are they gonna even ask your side? Because some of them were important to me, so are we just trash now because we're not in the same group? Did you mean
Oh
nothing to me? I'm
no.
the same
I
person.
know
I still like you.
exactly.
You can still say hi to me because I still
That,
like
in
you. I'm
my
not judging.
opinion,
I'm
is
not
where the
judging you.
LARPing comes in because real people don't behave that way. That is antisocial behavior. Real people call you on the phone and say, "What was that all about?" They don't just do as master says, do as the master says. So to me, I'm like totally blown away, as a newbie to YouTube. So, and when I talk to my teenagers or adult children, it's like, well, that's the LARPing. They don't really care about you. I'm like, well, that sucks. So that
well,
was my punch to the gut.
I think me and Sarah are a lot alike in the aspect of we've always watched everyone to see all sides of things. But the biggest
Mhm.
difference is, obviously I came over for a different reason than why Sarah was already over here. Um,
Right. That's true.
and everybody knows why I ended up on this side of YouTube. Um, do I still kind of feel the same way as I did? Yes. In other ways, no. At the end of the day, I just don't care. I never didn't dislike anyone. I disliked things that people did. I disliked things that people said. It wasn't, an attack on them personally, and I never thought anyone was, evil per se. But I guess in a way, like when I first came over, I was very angry, thinking that there was a possible, AG number two.
Hmm.
Um, but I can say, I walked away because watching all of the vile nonsense made me a better person. It made me understand people and look at people a little differently. But I also never grouped people together, and it annoyed me that I was being grouped with
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, or we were even
I
hated
agree
for
with
just
that.
being there. People
Hmm.
on,
I agree
I don't
with
want to say
that.
the sides either, but I felt like sometimes people judged us and wouldn't give us a chance just because we were in that chat, you know what I mean? And that made
Yep.
me upset
Hmm.
because I wouldn't do that to all of them. But I think maybe other people can maybe give us a chance to know us too if we do the same honor to them.
Well, and it's funny to me too that, like, they always knew we were watching everyone. It was only a problem when we weren't standing beside them. That's when it became a problem that we was watching everyone else. Or, the whole
Yeah.
conversation about, well, you shouldn't be in a chat if that's really your friend and, they're saying stuff. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be in chats when they're talking about people you supposedly care about either. It's a two-way street.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And just because you're
If
there doesn't mean you support it. Just because you don't correct something doesn't mean that you agree with it. It just means that you would rather gather all the facts and not speak your
exactly,
opinion at that time.
Hey, D Boss, thank you for joining
exactly.
us.
Just being there doesn't mean you believe anything. You might be just gather, like you said, hearing what they have to say. Hi, D boss.
Right, right. And like Never Silent just said, wanting to take away your right to explore other options and broaden your horizons and expand your whole thought process. Like, I want to hear the other side, even if it is completely polar opposite than mine, because I might be wrong. And you
Yeah.
telling me I can't go hear that makes red flags go up.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Let me decide that for me.
Well, we are all wrong sometimes, but maybe that's one of the problems. Some people might have a problem when they are wrong. I don't know, because we all are wrong at times. Can you admit it though? You know?
Hmm. Also, there's the aspect of us being sort of a rebel and nonconformist. Being an artist, we are not, square pegs. We are oddly shaped. We do think differently. We do follow the beat to a different drummer, and we like it that way. And anytime
hmm
someone makes us put on an itchy sweater, we're going to throw the damn thing off. I'm not wearing a damn itchy sweater. I don't care if it is part of the damn. I'm
Well,
not
and
wearing it.
for example, Sarah, when you first started going on panels again, right? How many
hmm
times did you see me in those chats saying, I'm here to support Sarah? I wasn't there saying, I've turned to the other side, or I'm here to support, Mama T or whoever it was at the time. My comment was, I'm here to support Sarah. Why? Because Sarah's my friend. Like, I don't have to be somewhere just for nefarious reasons. I could be there simply supporting someone I care about.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
And just
it's
because I
not
don't
always a
agree,
reason. It's not always a reason though. Sometimes I'm just bored
yeah.
or looking for,
Well,
like I went and like recently, I didn't plan because how would I know that Ernie was going to apologize and say that things he was wrong for to me like he did that on Mama T's panel. That took me off guard because I wasn't expecting it. You know what I
mhm.
mean? I didn't think like I'd be even. I was in chats with them and stuff. That's fine. I can be in chats with anybody and just mind my business and not talk to them. You know what I mean? That shocked me because I wasn't expecting it. You know what I mean? So I went in his chat recently. It might have been a total of 2 times to comment. Like the other recently, there was a night that nobody was anywhere and they were all in his chat. I said hi or something. So then word gets back to me that somebody that was I considered a friend was saying in another chat that Sarah is swinging from Ernie's nutsack. Well, I was in there talking to other people in the chat, so I'm not sure how that equates to swinging from Ernie's nutsack. But I'm glad he apologized to me because some of this stuff, that I guess broke our YouTube friendship was about lies and stuff, and he admitted some of his wrongs, and that was good. So I just don't understand how that equates to swinging from nuts. For instance, I was in there talking to other people, but I can be in
You did
chats with
nothing
anyone.
wrong.
Yeah,
You
so
Well,
I'm
did
swinging
nothing
from his
wrong.
nuts from talking to people in his chat, I guess, two
I
well,
want to
times.
I want to respond to oppositional effect real quick. She said once you're emotionally invested in a creator, some will never be willing to see everything. That's how I feel about the marathon that took place yesterday. And that is the importance of being an influencer. Like our jobs here on YouTube or initially, I mean, really we're influencers. And like what is happening is the power of conversation. And we're critical thinking. That's what we're doing. And when someone shuts that down for themselves, that's dangerous for them, because that means that they are a prime candidate to just fall into the, being just an ant, falling into place with whatever, let's just say politically, and just giving up. Okay, whatever you say, and anyone can be your overlord. That's dangerous.
Well,
And
and
so
back
it's important that each of us continue being influencers. Go ahead, chaotic. I want to hear your thoughts on that.
well, it goes back to what Sarah was saying. It equates the same way that just because I pop in Ernie's chat and say, "Don't yell at me, Ernie, LOL," turns into somehow I faked my injury. Like, what? Just because I happen to be
I didn't hear
awake at
that.
1:30 in the morning, like within seconds, my phone, I got text. Within seconds of me commenting in Ernie's, they were over there saying how, oh, but she's in so much pain and she doesn't stay up all night anymore, right? But it's like 1:30 in the morning. Yep. You don't know what I was just doing. How
Many
do you know I didn't just get up to go take a piss and decided I needed background noise to go back to sleep? How do you know I didn't
and
wake
you
up
have
in
sleep
pain?
problems.
Like,
Yeah, and
right.
many of us are in chronic pain, and that's why we are on here. And many of us have had a lot of this same life, a lot of the same things happen to us, and are in chronic pain, and that's why we are on here. You know what I mean?
Well, and
When
everybody
you're
knows
home
that
and
I've struggled.
it's a
I struggled.
distraction,
And everybody knows I've struggled on and off with insomnia. How do
right?
you know that that wasn't insomnia cycle starting? Like, you don't know, so don't speak on my life. You haven't spoke to me in months. Don't make assumptions. You don't know.
Yeah,
The people that talk to
and like,
me,
yeah,
like Sarah and Gypsy and a few others, they know what's going on in my life. And if you're not on that
and when,
list, don't
yep,
speak on it.
and when you initially got hurt, and you were out, not really going on, when I
Hmm.
was around, you took quite a break to heal and everything. Did anyone call you or text you even and say, Chaotica, how are you doing? Are you healing? Did you get any kind of a call or a text?
Right.
Did anyone check on you? Did any of our friends?
Well, the people that called and checked on me or text me are the same people I talk to every day now.
Right.
So, and that's
So
not
how would
me.
anyone know if you were hurt or not? Because nobody checked on you.
Right. Now, I do know that there's someone I still talk to that was letting them know, so they can't play the, well, I didn't know because I didn't talk to her card, because they were being told. They were
Right.
100% being told. I know this for a fact. And it became a, well, she never called to check on me. Well, I'm sorry that your little feelings are hurt, but,
Wow.
your problems have been going on much longer, and I don't feel like if it's a lifelong problem, why would I do that? It's not something new like my situation was.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It is what it is. I still just don't care. Talk away. Still doesn't bother
I
me any.
I think that would be a good tattoo. It is what it is. I'm thinking about getting that around my wrist. It is what it is.
True.
So simple, but it's true. I mean,
Hmm.
you can't control other people. Most bad leadership is the result of a top down control style of management where the employee is rarely, if ever, listened to. It ignores every employee's basic need to be heard. Let me just say this. You have said a mouthful right there, and you don't know what you've said when you said management. He was
Hmm.
not my employer, he was my friend. And the fact that you see it that way tells me I did the right thing by running. He was my equal. I was not subservient to him in any shape or form. I was another creator. But he treats everyone as though they are subordinates. Why is that? I don't work for him, you know? But that is you just said a mouthful that you view that relationship as he was up here and everybody else was beneath him. Thank you for seeing that way.
I mean, I could
Yeah,
list a
interesting.
lot of reasons why I left. I could list a lot of reasons why I feel the way I feel about the situation now. I could make a lot of lists that have a lot of things on them. But at the end of the day, all it did was show me who truly cares about me, who truly supports me, who truly respects me. And I'm fine with having just those people. I don't need all of the fake
Same here.
friendships and the fake conversations and I
Quality
only
over
want to talk to you
quantity.
when you have something I need or want or any of that nonsense. I don't have time for it. I have no desire for it. Like, but will it change anything?
Making hot chocolate. Sorry, I'll be right back.
She's making hot chocolate, honey.
I mean, at the end of the day, it just made my life fuller because it got rid of all of the fakeness out of my life. You know what I mean? I was left with
Yep.
the real people that care and respect me and can have a conversation with me based on, a real friendship and understanding and not a bunch of nonsense filler.
How do you feel that we were viewed as his as his freaking employees? I love that you view it that way because the way he's throwing this back in our face that we needed help for a very small amount, and being someone in the community that touted themselves on helping and having even a separate fund for such things for the community, and the fact that you saw that my work that I did was work. I love that you see it that way too, man.
Exactly, Fluzzy B. Exactly.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, with every statement said against us, I feel like it just shows their true colors and
Yeah.
we shine a little brighter. So that's
Hey,
why I don't
Tracy.
care. Because realistically, anything that they say about us doesn't matter to the ones that have actually taken time to get to know us. It doesn't matter. Try and ruin my reputation. It's not going to get you very far.
Oh, he's got to get in line to do that to
You,
me.
you know, there,
Hey,
there's
Saint, I'm sorry.
there's a lot of
Sorry.
people that have taken the time to get to know me as a person and have seen my
Wow.
work and know what I stand for. I don't think you can get much more
I
transparent than I've been.
yeah. I just got a text from somebody and it's pretty shocking and I don't know if it's they asked for a link and it would have to be texted to me so I could text them, but it's up to you. But it's pretty
What? She broke
alarm
up. I
go off.
couldn't hear
Can you
her.
hear? It's sorry, I had an alarm go off. It's pretty shocking. You might want to hear it. Do you want me to text you or
You can put it in
tell you?
private chat.
Oh yeah, I could do that. All right, 1 second.
Thank you, Tracy. And hi, everybody that came in.
I mean, I can shut down if you need to handle something.
Oh, it's nothing like that. It's just somebody that found out some information about something that's in the works being done to them that they found out and they do have proof. I'll tell you. I'll write it in the chat.
Okay. Good to see you, Lulu and Tracy F. Good to see all y'all. Revette said leaders build leaders, not followers. Yeah.
Wow. Well, before your
It's there now.
before that happens, because I probably won't be able to get a word in for a minute.
What is she in
That is a
chat?
prime. That is a
She's
prime
coming.
situation of trying to ruin my reputation. And let me just say this: everybody already knows. She already knew. I'm the one that told her that
Does
I
she need to
was the
go
one that
live?
found
I
that.
can.
She
If
wants
she
the
needs
link.
to go live. Oh, she wants a link. Okay.
No, she just can't. She's driving, so she can't write. But she would take a link to say a few things if you'll have
Oh,
her,
gotcha.
basically. But
But
I
at the
have to
end
have
of
it
the
texted to me so I can text her. I can't grab it from there.
How do I do that?
Copy the link, right, and then and then
I
swipe
got.
out.
I'll use my phone. Use my phone.
Yeah, right. Yep. Just
Okay.
text that to me, and I'll send it to her.
Okay.
at the end of the day, I'm not the one that put it out, and I'm not the one that handled it in the manner it was handled. So it didn't make me look bad.
I don't think any of us look bad but him.
I mean, he can try and twist it however he wants, but at the end of the day, again, people know me and understand why I even looked for the information. And Mama T's good with it, so why is it anyone else's place to worry about why it was done or anything else?
Did I do it right?
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
Well, and I'll say this too. Let's see who said that. Tracy. We've all caught certain people not telling the truth all the time, right? But when
Mhm.
someone that doesn't have the best record for being honest all the time has stuck to the same story of they told this person months before it came out, I
Mhm.
tend to believe that person when their story stayed the same and they struggle keeping stories the same often. Just saying.
Chaotic. Exactly. No one knew anything until he mentioned
Right.
it. Yep. Right.
And anybody that knows me knows I did it for a different reason than to just be vile and hateful. So, some people know the whole story behind why it was done. Others, can make a pretty good assessment just from knowing me. But all that really matters is Mama T knows why and understands it and is good
Right.
with it. So,
Mhm. Yeah, she is. What? What about
Is
selling a
she
dog?
okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She'll grab it when she gets it. I texted
I've
her.
unblocked her everywhere. I hope that she can get through to me on
If she can't get through, she'll probably text me.
okay.
I still got to have someone help her figure out how to unblock my main because
Mhm.
so I can talk in her chat in her chat with my main account, but the panel guest can't see me when they're up when I'm on my main account.
Yeah, only when you're on the other one. Spooky
Mhm.
one, right?
Yeah. But
Now,
it's
what is this about the dog? What's that mean? Is obsessed?
hang on, I'm looking.
Oh, she wants.
Hoping to go.
She wants to sell her. Oh,
What?
not sure what that is about.
Oh, now it's making
Mm.
sense. Yeah, and here's the thing. Everybody knows how to get a hold of me. I'm like probably the easiest creator to get a hold of. I have every social media. They're all linked. My email's out there. Like, I'm not a hard person to get a hold of. And just like when I first started YouTube and when I was working with AG to now, it's always been fully transparent. If you have a question, just reach out. You know, I'm not that person that thinks everything needs to be aired
Right.
publicly. But if someone has a question, 100% reach out, ask me, and I'll have a conversation with you about it.
So Mama
And you
T will
did.
be
I
here
mean,
in a
any
moment.
issue I had with you, I just came right to you. I said, "Are you cheating on
Yeah.
me?" You said, "No." I said, "Okay, great. Let's go home." I'm just kidding. So I agree with you. You're totally approachable. Thank you, honey.
Delivery? Would you get a drink?
Chai tea.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll keep them today.
We were talking before you came in probably a little about things that occurred when we left and how we feel about things and new people and variety of topics, I guess. The whole current situation, the marathon, a little this, a little of that.
A little of
Last
this,
night's
a little
marathon.
of that. Yeah. A potpourri of topics. Some, a little flavor for everybody.
Right.
Well, okay, here's a prime example of I don't have to air everything publicly. Okay.
Right.
When traders thought she doxed me and it was all false information other than my business Facebook page. Okay. I commented on her post like a couple weeks later. I never said anything about it publicly. I might have cracked a joke or something, but that was about it. And most people didn't know what I was talking about. But I sent her a message. We emailed back and forth. She apologized. Whatever. It was the end of it. Like, I didn't need to go live and throw a whole raging fit because she accused me of having a bunch of felonies that I don't have, or accused me of being much smaller than I am, or anything else that was said in that. Like, why? I can just go to that person, tell them the information is wrong, and I told her, if you have questions, you can ask me, I'll tell you the truth. She could have at that point asked me anything about my past, and I would have told her, I don't care. It's not that big of a deal, really. But I don't know why some people think that it has to be this big raging live stream because somebody said something.
Yeah. I think that, well, for some it becomes content, maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, I prefer like real content, not just yelling at people.
Yeah, that's like a rage channel. Kind of like, rage metal. And some of it I like. Like I dug Tool. I got into Tool. But after a while, it's like, man, I want some like Barry Manilow.
Oh, man.
Oh, Mandy.
Well, sometimes
Seriously, it's
channels
not good for
evolve.
your soul. It's not good for
Sometimes,
your
yeah.
soul.
Yeah,
Or did
sometimes
we
channels
evolve? Is
evolve.
that what happened? We did?
Tracy, it's fine. It's not a big deal. I literally didn't care. It kind of actually made me laugh because it was so completely wrong that I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
help but laugh about it. But I did, I didn't care what other people thought because, again, I'm very much that person. Like, if you honestly know me, respect me, and stuff, then you're going to come to me anyways, person. But I did want her to know, since she was the one that put out the information, like, hey, that info's not right, just so you know. You know what I mean? Like, but it didn't bother me. Just like when Nicolina called me live, I laughed about it. I
Slipknot.
think I still have the voicemail on my phone. It wasn't a big deal.
Slipknot.
Nobody was
Sane and
believing I
oh,
hooked
sorry.
up with Ernie Shell. Like,
No.
seriously? Like, I'm just not a person to care because, I've said it from the beginning. I'm not about numbers. I'm just me, and you either like me or you don't. I know a lot of people don't, just as like a lot of people do, and I'm fine with that. I don't need everyone to like me. I don't need everyone to support me. I
Lizzie
just
B
don't
got
care.
it. Lizzie B says, "You came and you gave without taking." Yeah, definitely. Slipknot all the way forever and ever. I knew Corey Taylor from the
Slipknot.
same city. Yeah.
Never silent
But
and sane. I'm glad to see you, by the way. Or I'm glad to see you over here.
yeah, absolutely. Love you guys, man. Go to the source, Lulu says. Uh, Brainworms, I love Corey Taylor. I love topic and debate panel. It has to be fun. I got joke. Yeah, man. Seriously.
And
Well,
like,
some
okay,
of us absorb the negativity. You know what I mean? For me, I was absorbing a lot of
Yes.
it, and it makes me
Me
more
too.
ill. And it,
mm-hmm.
You know, it does. I absorb it all, and it makes me sick.
Well,
You
and
get
never
sick and I
silent.
get irritable. Yeah, go ahead.
Never silent is a prime example of someone that authentically respects me and cares about me. You know, he didn't jump on the chaotic campaign just because I left somewhere. You know,
Right.
Hmm.
he reached out. He made sure I was okay. He did his own thing. Went where he wanted. We didn't, talk about it, and it was what it was. But at the end of the day, he always supported me. Like, I don't understand why there's an issue with coexisting.
Never
Mhm.
silence good people.
You don't have to like someone to coexist.
Yeah.
I knew him before he was
None of this was
Slipknot.
planned. None of this was planned. You know what I mean? I think
Hi,
a lot of
Trader.
people think we
Hey,
plan things or
traders.
something. Hi, traders.
Brainworm says I knew him before he was Slipknot. We would meet up on the
No
weekends in
way.
West Des Moines to do the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That is so cool. Let me check the back chat. Your guests will be here soon. They said to tell you they'll be here soon.
Okay.
Yeah, Never Silent's amazing, and more people should watch his content when he makes it.
Yes, great content. Important stuff.
Yes, I
Lots of
agree.
resources. Helpful
Mhm.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
things that
that.
actually
Okay.
matter. He talks about things that actually matter.
You're on, Mama T.
Hello, Gypsy.
Hey, good to
Oh,
see
you're
you.
here. You made it.
Yep, I made it. I had to restart my phone. Sorry, ladies.
That's
I,
all
I,
right. We
I,
hear you.
I know you have something important to say, so you have the floor there.
Oh yes, I got proof last night that Jimbo is trying to contact my dad's victim. He had asked somebody to look for her, to find her,
Do you have
because it
their
would be
name?
an interesting live. No, they don't know her name. The only person that does is me, and they'll never get it.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
So I will be
So,
showing all that proof on my live today when I do go live.
Okay.
uh-huh.
Okay. Somebody
Um,
dropped her link, so if anybody doesn't know how to get to her live today, y'all can find her and sub up.
So
I
this
mean, this is
person could
huge.
be
Jimbo,
lifelong traumatized, and that I just don't even. How would they? Go ahead. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
absolutely.
let her
I
talk.
was too when I got it because she told me in Kel's Bell's live last night she had something big to give me.
Uh-huh.
It
Oh,
was
I
either in
saw that
Kel's or Nick.
exchange. It might have been
So,
Traders or yeah, yeah, right. Because I was watching the replay, the marathon. I still
right,
have like 2 hours left on Traders marathon.
right. And when she sent that shit to me, I was like, say what? She's like, look,
Oh.
I never did it and I never would. That is crossing a line. So, yeah, see, Traders has the same screenshot.
Well, actually, didn't they recently say they weren't going to have any more R victims on there? I don't know why I said R. Didn't they say they weren't going to have any more victims on the panel like
Brainwasher, I
that?
already unblocked you, hun, last night. So I will be showing that screenshot today. I already have the permission of the person to use it.
Wow.
So, Jimbo, you are screwed, dude. You're re-victimizing people. You just legitimately don't give a fuck about no victims. Period.
Oh,
Yeah, she might not want to talk about that ever again. Everybody handles that stuff differently. Some of us internalize and don't talk about it or don't want to talk about it. And I guess if that happened to me, I would, like a stranger contact me, I would probably be a little messed up over that.
How
But I
anybody
mean,
can support
everyone's
that.
different. Everyone's different, but for me, I wouldn't. I would be upset about it.
Mama T Trader says, yes, I can corroborate. I have the screenshots, but it's not my story to tell.
Exactly. So it was given to me by the person that was asked to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why Jimbo's doing what he's doing, taking down all of his videos and stuff, because he knows he fucked up. He absolutely knows he screwed up. That's right. My dad is not a creator or a sub. He is not on YouTube. Never has been. I mean, you guys may have heard him say hello one time when he was talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just disgusting. It is uncalled for. And there's absolutely no reason for him to contact that girl. For one, re-victimizing her and her family, and then myself and my family, because it was trauma for all of us.
What would y'all do if this happened to y'all? If somebody contacted you, like, is that not crazy? What in the exactly, Tracy? What the is wrong with people?
Exactly, Tracy. Exactly. I
Yeah,
feel
she
the
was a
same.
child. She was a child when it happened. You know,
Right.
there's
And we
Well,
don't
she was
know.
we don't
13 or 14 at the time. I can't remember exactly. Because, like I
right.
said, I was a kid. I was 8 years old. So,
I,
mm-mm.
I could not imagine someone contacting me.
But not being on YouTube or anything that we know of, and just a random stranger contacting you for when you were assaulted as a child, like many of us have been assaulted or whatever, that would be a strange thing. Like I would be tweaked out if I heard about that, and that could just rehash. If we don't know where she is mentally in life, stable, not stable, it could just the call alone could get things going again. We don't know if she's PTSD. We don't know if she's fine, doing well. Could bring back a lot of shit.
We don't even know if the girl's still alive, guys.
That's
That's the
that's an option
thing.
too. I didn't even want to say that, but that's true too.
I have not seen this girl since I was 8. Okay.
Wow. I'm
She
sorry.
was my babysitter. So I knew her well.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't understand.
And for those who don't know, all the way back to what started all this, he was a mod along with us on your channel, right? About a year ago.
Well, it wasn't even a year ago. It was about 6 months ago, Gypsy. But yes, you're correct.
Okay, and then what was it he wanted you to do?
He wanted me to stand up for him more. He basically wanted me to do what I did for Ernie, for him.
And not be in
He-
Ernie's chat.
right. Because they were fighting. And I was
Right.
like, well, I'm not getting in the middle of it. And even though I did tell people in my chat not to be, attacking him, and it was wrong. I defended him, but I guess not enough for him.
Exactly. I guess we weren't like, I don't know, all balls out for him. I don't know what I've got a husband. I mean, that would be weird for me to do that, you know? I don't know. I thought you did fine. You didn't do anything wrong.
Well, I think
Exactly. And then
there's
when all of that came out, a lot of people didn't take into account that it upset me very much, and that it re-victimized me as the child of somebody that did something like that. It destroyed my family, and Jimbo just didn't give a fuck.
Mhm.
And here's the kicker. He actually knew about it way before he outed it. So him saying, I think I told him 3 months before all of that happened, what my dad did and what he had. I don't know why people think that I should have outed that, because what am I supposed to say? Oh, hey, I'm the daughter of an RSO, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's something I want people to know. No, it's not. And it was nobody's story to tell but mine. And I never even got a chance to do so. You know
Saint
what I
says
mean?
her name should be sealed. Even in the
yes,
hospital, a victim's name is sealed. So,
that's what I would think.
hmm
Yes, same,
I don't.
same. It is. It
oh,
is sealed. The
It
only
would be
person that
private.
actually, The
You
only
know what
person that
though, Mama
actually
T?
knows her name is me.
Yeah, but know what I just thought of? It might be
What?
sealed general to the general public, but if people are talking, if this is just if people are talking to people on, let's say Facebook Messenger or whatever, looking for info, is it possible that people could talk to people on your list that might know her name?
Hey, Mel.
Is that something that could happen?
No, she's not on my list. I don't
No,
talk
she
to her.
might not be, but if you have other family members, let's say, that are estranged from you or such, and they're contacted, are they going to be able to give that info over?
No,
Okay.
no. You see, it's not talked about. It's like a stain on the family. You understand? And it's not because of
No,
her, it's
yeah,
because of what he did.
right.
Okay, so we don't
Hey,
talk about it.
Ricky.
We don't talk about it. And it legitimately was the only thing I didn't want to come out because of what it is.
Hmm.
But it's out now, and you know what? It kind of frees me. I ain't got to worry about it no more.
Hey, Catlin.
Him even saying he wants to contact, it would be an interesting show. You are a sick fuck. That is what it says. It would be interesting to know what her take is or something like that. I'll show you the screenshot. It's all on there.
Yeah, was this
It's
from a
all on
while
there.
ago? Was this something that an old screenshot, like the one that was turned
I'm
over to
not,
you? Was it something? The only reason I ask is I thought recently with the Smoky Mountain Mama situation, I thought they said they weren't going to have any more victims on the panel after that because that turned into such a thing, you know?
well,
Not that it
Jimbo
matters,
is
I'm
an
just
idiot for
curious.
even letting that to happen. You know, it,
Is she back? I think
why,
she's.
why would he even think that? What are you doing?
You keep bouncing in and out, and I was making sure you're back.
Yeah, I'm
I'll mute.
here.
Okay, I'm gonna mute out and
Sorry.
let you talk.
It's very disturbing to me how he would even think something like that.
Yeah, I don't like it. Too close to the window.
Get in and hold him, babe. Well, right, and I don't know Gypsy and Sarah, and I think that's chaotic up there. I can't tell, but um, I don't know how you guys feel about him after what he's done to you. But to me, this is all just petty ass bullshit of him trying to destroy other creators. And if he can do this to somebody like me and his friend of 20 years, Ernie, if he can tell lies on somebody that he hardly even knows, like saying that I'm on drugs and shit when I'm not. I'm not on drugs. I don't do drugs. I take prescription pain medication, period. I feel that this man is dangerous and he doesn't need to be on YouTube, period. Yes,
Uh,
petty.
yeah, it's petty, but it's also bizarre. I'm like, why? Why? What is he hoping to gain?
Well, he wanted to incite hate and people to turn against me, which happened.
And for the record, I've said this for the longest time. There's a difference between exposing someone, drama, and just pure hatred.
Exactly.
So, I'm just gonna leave that at that. But to me, drama is entertaining. Exposing is, manner with facts and proof. And then there's just hate. And
Right. But what reason does he have to hate me except for the simple fact that he feels guilty about marrying that 12-year-old, y'all? He does. But he did say he'd do it again. I'm looking for that clip. When it very first came out and he was talking to BK about it, when BK first brought that shit out, he said, I would do it again. I was in love with her. Those were his words, quote unquote. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So what makes me think that he is lying about Ernie is because what is the point in repeating yourself over and over and over and over and over again for nothing? And what is his point in contacting the courts and to add on more charges in other counties? What is he doing? Why is he trying to destroy him? Do you guys see what I mean? This is about more than we think. It's about more than he says. It's about more than he says. And I think Jimbo is hiding something bigger than what we know, ladies. And I know all of you are very smart women. All of you. Chaotic, Sarah, Gypsy. I've known you guys for about 2 years now. And I know you're very smart.
Yeah,
What
but
is
it's something. I agree because it's. I mean, I don't understand why it's 24/7. There's no break. There's no reprieve. It's 24/7. People reporting back to him. I could
right?
care less what people say about me 24/7.
If it's not me, it's Ernie. If it's not Ernie, it's Nicolina. Why? Why? Why is he so obsessed with Ernie, myself, and Nick? What is that about? Are we speaking the truth? And he has to discredit us so people won't listen? Anybody ever think about that? Because I didn't have any charges myself except for the interfering with a peace officer in 2004, which by now should be off my record. It may still come up and it may not. Who knows? But that is the only charge I have. So because he couldn't take me down with my own charges, he had to try to put my dad's, my boyfriend's, my sisters, and my family's on me, which they ain't on me. They're not my charges. None of it. So why?
I don't know.
None of us know. I mean, like, he actually said on Ernie's panel one day that they needed to take down us smaller creators. Gypsy, do you remember this? Because you were mad about it for a while.
I do. It was you, me, and the Liberators. We all talked about it. I remember that. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
was, I thought, what's the point? Well, it was their idea to even start us.
right. And then Jimbo said that we were becoming too big too fast and we needed to be taken down. We were cutting into his money. His words, not mine, y'all.
I didn't hear that, but I have heard you guys mention that.
Well, Sarah, I don't think you were there when that was said. I think you were not
If I
there
heard it,
that
I would say
evening
it.
because it was at
I just don't
night.
want to lie. You know what I mean? I just don't want to. I can't agree with something I didn't hear. That's all. I'm just being truthful. I'm not saying that he didn't say it. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I remember the Liberators and I talking back and forth in email about it. We were concerned. We because we knew it probably meant us.
Well, I mean, and then he would just pop up on my panel when I drop a StreamYard link. He would just come up there for no reason and I don't know, and say something rude and then get down. Do you guys remember that?
I remember the temper tantrums, yeah, but especially when BDAC was there.
So, what was his point? What was his point?
I don't know. What's his point in arguing with someone that just wanted to go back to doing actual cases? Ugh. I have zero interest in partaking in all the drama and nonsense, so What good is that going to do him?
126. Right. It doesn't make any sense. Hold on 1 second.
I mean, and now, he comes out and saying all this stuff, putting me down. It's like, if you didn't like me, why were you nice to me to my face?
Oh, Pumbaa, he'll be right back. Exactly. I mean, I know you ladies couldn't condone every way they talk to women over there. It don't matter who it is. It's disgusting.
It is. It is. It's overkill. It's totally overkill. It's not
And
funny.
then
It's
him
not,
trying to,
high five. It's like prison garb. I mean, they talk prison. Not street. They talk prison. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. If you're high fiving that, then you're probably a criminal.
right. Well, the problem is this. He went after you guys for no reason too. This is what he does.
We were talking about this before you came on, actually, in the beginning. We talked about some of that stuff.
I mean, it's
Because
ridiculous.
I listened to the marathon last night. I had brought up, that, Constance used for a reference about Gypsy taking digs. If you take digs, they're going to dig back. Like how she was saying, I'm free, and posting stuff like that.
How's it a dig
And
when
then,
he never let off my belly?
right. And I was using that as an example. If that, like we said
And then
earlier,
him
yeah.
and then him posting that stuff that you sent him, Gypsy, for what? For what? Piss me off? To try to make me mad at you?
I don't,
It,
and I think I'd already told you that, like, almost 6 months ago. I believe me and Lips were going back and forth with it, and I don't know if I was the originator or she was the originator, but it's funny. It was like, I thought to myself, and we've already talked about that. So he's purposely trying to pin. Were you ever a mod? It's like he's trying to pin mods against each other.
I was a mod at Jimbo's chat. I was for a little bit,
So
yes.
all the original OGs, and I think it was Gamer Girl that said to me, y'all are all original Tigers too. I wonder if that's got anything to do with it.
It absolutely does. And I believe that. Think about it. Anybody that has supported Ernie, what does he do?
I don't know, but I, for one, was not original Tiger. For the record.
Well, I know, chaotic.
For the
But most of
record,
us were.
Chaotic was
Most of us
not.
were.
Yeah, but your name was on the list, Chaotic. Your name was on the list of people to be followed in other chats. Not by
Oh my
him,
god,
by somebody
Barbara.
else.
Yeah.
The list is very important.
I have a theory on why I was on the list, but it's just not relevant to my life, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes no sense. Like he really tried to pin all of us against each other. Like, why are you over there now at Mama T, Sarah? Blah blah blah. Like what the fuck does it matter? Why
I'm just
is he
going
watching
wherever.
you?
Well,
Why?
it's
Well,
like,
my point
I
is,
know.
why? Why does it matter where you were? What is he afraid of?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I could not imagine following all of my mods around after my live, in between my lives. I mean, what do I get smart? I mean, I don't get with that. I'm the CIA now. I'm a mobster now that I'm a YouTuber. I need a bouncer and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like if you know Jimbo and you come on YouTube, you become a creator, he's going to out everything about your family and you if he can. And he will do it. People are afraid, legitimately afraid. I've gotten emails from people
Yeah, I
telling me
have
that they're
too.
afraid, telling me that they are afraid of him outing their family because they're going through shit right now.
Right.
I mean,
I've
that's
got
disgusting.
the same thing. So it works when he does this. It does scare, just like Scientology. It's meant to scare you into staying. Now you better hush up. If you leave or try to run, this is what's going to happen to you.
Well, sadly, that's not just with Jimbo, it's other people too. You know what I mean? There's other creators that do it too. I'm not going to say no names. I'm just going to say there are other creators that do the same thing.
Can I ask if your chat is moving? It's just not on my end.
It
It's
is
not
on my
moving on my
phone.
end either.
The last
Okay, what do
comment
I
I have
do?
is, are you mad at me? I'm just checking if it's moving. Can you see, like, from somebody in the chat, can you comment? The last comment I see is, are you mad at me? Or are there other
That's the
comments
last one
after
I
that?
have too. That's the
What
last
do I
one I have
do?
too.
I didn't know if it was the StreamYard. The chat
What do
might
I
be
do?
moving. Well, it might not be moving. I gotta wait. I thought if I ask the chat, they can tell us if it's moving or not.
I mean,
It
all
is
he
on my
wanted to
phone, but
do,
it's not on my StreamYard at all.
all he was trying to accomplish with outing my father, my boyfriend, my sister's charges, is trying to make you guys all hate me and not want to come back. Try to keep you away from me. Why? Why does it matter? Because Jimbo wants all that money. It's about the clicks, views, and money for him. He don't give a fuck about nobody. Obviously, if he's going to try to contact the victim, he don't care.
I don't know how to make it keep going, Sarah. My chat isn't working on my StreamYard, guys. Sorry, but I do see it on my phone.
There might be a way to refresh it. I just don't know how. Oh, so you do see it moving on your phone?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. That sucks. We can't see anything.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Driving.
So what I said was all he was trying to accomplish is to piss you guys off at me so you wouldn't come back in my chat. And
Well, he
for a
wants
while
all
it
of us
worked.
mad at each other.
Yes. Also, it's about clicks, views, and money for him. It is nothing else. He don't fucking care. Period. If he did, he would never, ever try to contact the victim. Ever. He doesn't care about nobody but his dumb ass, but I don't anymore. I'm over it.
Well,
Any guy that can do.
are you planning
Go
on
ahead.
going live? Are you planning on going live?
Yeah, probably within about the next 30 minutes, I will be going live, or 30 minutes or so, or whenever you're ready to get off here, Gypsy, after I'm
Yeah,
done
I'm gonna go
driving.
ahead. My stuff is freezing up, and I think it's because it's still raining here. So I'm probably
Would
gonna
that
go ahead
do
and
it?
get off.
I've heard of other people having
I
problems
don't know, but
recently
it
too.
looks stuck to me. Like where I'm trying to scroll and stuff, it's stuck.
Yeah. I don't know what way to refresh. There might be a way to refresh it or something. I'm just not sure how. I always do it on a phone.
Gypsy,
I'm pushing buttons, but I'm afraid I'm gonna knock myself off of here.
Gypsy, listen. You
Yeah,
need to, you
we can
need,
just send everybody over to you.
you need to close out your StreamYard, yourself, and everybody else can stay up here to keep the stream open. You need to close
Okay.
it out yourself and come back
Okay.
in.
Okay. Here I go.
Here I go. I wonder if she's gone.
Leave site. Changes you made may not be saved. What about all that?
You'll be able to log back
You'll
in.
be fine. Just exit like you normally would. Don't end the
Like press.
live. Don't end the live. Just exit StreamYard yourself. Go completely out and come back in.
She's gone.
That should
She's
work.
gone.
Okay.
She done gone. Left the panel.
Chaotic's taken
She
over.
got gone.
You're live now. You're in the gypsy spot.
Oh shit. I don't know if I can handle all that pressure, Sarah.
So we can talk about stuff. We just can't see what people are saying. So that's kind of weird. Hopefully this fixes it.
Yeah.
You're hang on.
You're, Mama T, you're in and out.
My own words. Can you hear
Now
me?
let's see. Now I do. I think you were in a bad area. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. So what I said, I was like, well, I don't understand why Chaotic and Gypsy and Sarah are even mad. You know, a lot of people because, and then I had to rethink and listen to what I actually said. And you guys were right. It did sound like I was blaming her, but I really wasn't. I was just trying to tell it from my 8-year-old memory. That was
Well, and
40, almost 41 years ago.
that's why I tried to explain to you, like, you know, when things upset you, you need to just like stop and think about it and let yourself calm down so you can gather your thoughts and present it in a better way so that, you know, what you're trying to get out there is what actually comes out versus your words getting all twisted up in the heat of the moment.
Right. Right. I know, Chaotic. I know. Like, even
Just
after
that.
all of that shit happened,
Oh, wait a minute.
Chaotic contacted me and she was like, Mama T,
Is your
please
chat
stop and
fixed?
think about what you're saying.
Yeah, I did. I talked to you numerous times. You know, I tried to have the Q&A so that,
Stacy.
you know,
Oh,
people
your
could
chat's.
ask you questions to get, you know, their
Yeah,
answers
but
on stuff. And, you know, it just everywhere that I turned, somebody tried to derail the situation. You know, I wasn't trying to interrogate, I wasn't trying to incite any kind of hate. I was just trying to find a solution so that, you know, everyone could move on and talk about things that were relevant
All right.
and
Guess I have to
important
leave.
at the
My bad.
time instead of like the same stuff every single day.
yes, Chaotic, and you're correct about that. But you see, by that time, by the time the Q&A happened, it was too late. He had already incited that hate in people because they were pissed off at me. He used that as a weapon to try to destroy me. It
I
didn't
mean, with
work.
some people, it was some people, yes, but also you came in very defensive, and I don't know if you had a conversation with somebody before you came up or what, but like our
No.
conversations before, you know, you were calm, you thought about things, you were open to having conversations, and then something happened before the live, and when you came on, you were just very defensive,
Well, let me
so it
be
kind of just went
honest.
in circles.
Let me be honest about that. It was a comment that happened in your chat right before I came up. It was a comment. It was either Jimbo or Kemper that made the damn comment. I can't remember, but somebody had said something derogatory towards myself and my father, and it pissed me off. So yes, I was defensive. I was absolutely.
I wish I could teach a course on how to be chaotic and just not let it matter. You know what I mean? Like just be not be fueled by emotions because somebody says something that you don't like. But unfortunately, I can't make people be like that.
Well, I'm
So,
learning. I'm learning. Believe
Oh,
me.
that's
If
much
you've
better.
noticed,
Much better.
I don't. If you've noticed, I don't let people get to me as much anymore. I don't. I'm more calm about when I answer questions. I'm not
yeah.
screaming all the time, and that's because it's just not worth it. All it does is suck my energy out. You know what I mean? And then
Well,
it
I mean,
upsets the people. It
I'm sure
upsets the
some
people in
people
my chat.
I'm sure some people could take like the content that, you know, me and some others have done on AG and say, you know, it's the same thing and blah blah blah. No, it's not the same thing. And when have you ever seen me just go raging about him on a panel? Never. Anytime he's even brought up, we still do it in a lighthearted way. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
it's worth being angry. Like either people are gonna see the situation for what it is or they aren't. I'm just putting out the facts. It has nothing to do with any personal agenda. He doesn't matter to me any more than anyone else that I dislike on this platform or in real life. But if I, can get anybody to understand the situation and pay a little bit more attention, and it just doesn't go for him. It's, most creators, I've said it. I even said it on other panels. Like, don't just think that what one person is telling you is the whole story, and think for yourself and take that time to sit back and like reflect on the situation before you make a decision. Hear other sides. It's not cut and dry.
Okay, I can't see this comment.
My chat's still not
I don't
working.
even see. All right, now I see the last comment is Maggie. When I came back in, I saw comments and it's not moving again. Do I really have to do this again?
Yeah, mine's not moving either, but
I'll
I'm
go ahead
driving,
and
so I'm not even looking.
It
I can
works
go
when you
ahead and
leave.
end it.
I like
It
talking
works when
though.
I leave.
I'm
It's
just gonna
like we have to
OS
restart the whole live. I think it's the whole live needs to restart or something.
Well, we can
Weird.
meet back over at Mama T's and go get us something to drink, and bathroom break, and we'll give her a
Would you
chance
like
to
that?
get where she's going. Yeah,
Would you
yeah,
like
let's do
that, Mama
that.
Yeah,
T?
okay. I'll see you guys in about 30, 45 minutes then.
Okay, everybody
All
head
right.
over there in about 30 minutes. All right, thanks,
All
y'all.
right. Sounds good.
Have
All
a good
right.
day,
Bye.
everybody.
All right,
All right,
bye-bye.
bye.
I've seen the brakes, babe. I can see.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake